Welcome to the Pakistani series of Empower Her Voices. Today's episode will highlight the inspiring journey of Ms. Adeeba Ghazal, who is Pakistan's first female aircraft maintenance engineer with a wide body A330 endorsement under the Pakistan Civil Aviation Authority. Adeeba's story is one of a perseverance, breaking stereotypes, and excelling in a male dominated industry. And her experiences, achievements, and insights will empower aspiring women in STEM and aviation. So Adiba, as we've mentioned, that she's a Pakistan's first licensed aircraft engineer, specializing in Airbus A320 and A330 aircraft, ensuring the airworthiness, safety, and reliability of airline fleets. With over 12 years of hands-on experience, she holds multiple international certifications, the details which she'll be sharing in this episode, and alongside an MBA in Aviation Management and as a technical type instructor, assessor, and examiner, she plays an important role in training and mentoring future aviation professionals. Her contributions to the industry have been widely recognized, including the AMT Next Generation 40 Under 40 Aircraft Maintenance Professionals Award in USA 2019 and the Aviation Achievement Award Aerotime 2022. She's also a scholarship recipient from major aviation organizations such as Airbus, Boeing, Pratt and Whitney, and ICAO. Beyond her technical expertise, she's a passionate advocate for women in aviation, and following that passion, she founded and leads the AWAM Pakistan chapter, which is first international chapter of the Association for Women in Aviation Maintenance USA, which is dedicated to empowering and mentoring aspiring female aviators. And as the chair of Women in Aviation Professional Group under the Royal Aeronautical Society Pakistan Division, she has organized groundbreaking initiatives, including Pakistan's first Women in Aviation Forum 2019 and the Know Your Heroes video series, highlighting women pioneers in Pakistan's aviation industry. Her commitment extends to youth engagement through initiatives like Aviation School for Kids and aviation outreach programs, inspiring the next generation of aviators. A dedicated professional and trailblazer, Adeeba Ghazal continues to break barriers, advocate for diversity, and shaping the future of aviation. Ms. Adeeba, thank you so much, first of all, for accepting the invitation. And truly, it's been an honor. और हमने जैसे पाकिस्तानी सीरीज स्टार्ट की है, and nothing is more beautiful than inviting those accomplished female leaders जैसे कि आप हैं. When I just read Pakistan's first female, that thing was like, oh wow, so you are a source of pride for the entire nation as well. So first of all, thank you and congratulations on all the achievements that you have. बहुत सी चीजें इसमें ऐसी हैं कि जो ऑब्वियसली हम आपसे सुनना चाहेंगे कि डिटेल क्या है, बिकॉज एज अ नॉन टेक्निकल पर्सन नॉट एसोसिएटेड विद एविएशन और बाकी सब भी जो सुनेंगे, तो वी वुड लाइक टू नो दैट. बट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, वेलकम एंड थैंक यू.
Thank you so much, Ms. Faiza, for giving this wonderful and very detailed introduction. And thank you so much for inviting me on board with your wonderful initiatives. And thank you so much for highlighting women and half of the world's and more than half of world's population and making them feel included. So thank you so much, and thank you for all that you are doing.
Great,
And
great. Likewise, Ms. Adiba. So we'll just, there are number of questions in our mind, and when this industry aviation concerned, so majority of the audience that our audience is actually, females, young girls, women. So we're not aware of the details. You will be who are in the field, so we would like to know. So starting from, aviation maintenance is often, seen as a physical, demanding, and male-dominated field. So, what initially sparked your passion for this career, and how did you navigate societal expectations and industry biases specifically along the way?
okay, thank you so much for this very wonderful and challenging question. And a lot of things start with your family and within your family, like
True,
how you talk, how you behave, and especially
true,
how you behave around people and around different set of people in mixed gatherings. So this is the confidence that we have given by our parents and our family. Brought up as a third child of a family, and I have been blessed enough to have two elder brothers. So obviously, every time they were involved with all the mechanical things or breaking their toys and making them once again, so I was observing them all the time and doing the same, or you can say replicating the same. And I was never, you can say, scolded or reprimanded by my parents कि नहीं ये नहीं करना है, or this is not a lady like. So this is how it initiated, और उसने ही हमें ये confidence दिया कि oh, we can do everything. और honestly, with all the might and right, आज तक till the time a lot of people ask me, मुझे ये कॉन्सेप्ट था ही नहीं दिमाग में कि कुछ चीज़ें और कुछ पढ़ाई खवातीन और मर्द हजरात के लिए इंडिविजुअल कंसिडर की जाती हैं. This was not a norm
So,
in my family. So this is
hmm,
how it started. Or yes, there was a lot of, you can say, a shock or a surprise, but with the help of my parents and a lot of wonderful peers, a lot of wonderful seniors, I was able to diminish that stereotypical thing. And because of my persistence and because of my ability to make people comfortable, and my focus that no, I need to learn and I will get involved no matter what. तो होता है, challenges आते हैं, but
okay.
आपको बहुत सारी चीजें इग्नोर करके, if you want to learn something, uh, this is the opportunity cost. Economic term होती है कि you
True,
have to give up something in order to achieve something. So this is how
true.
it started, or this is how it has helped me throughout my life even till today. कि I don't feel anything bad, and I don't take anything personal. If I'm a
Hmm,
professional, I should not be
hmm,
worried about someone's personal behavior or their
hmm,
unconscious bias, because this is what they have seen, this is what they have learned.
hmm.
But I would really like to appreciate my a lot of wonderful male colleagues, male allies, apart from my family and friends, कि they have been there, they have been accepting me. अगर वो लोग नहीं होते तो I wouldn't have been here.
ग्रेट, माशाल्लाह माशाल्लाह. सो मिस अदीबा, आपने बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट हाईलाइट किया है कि एक फीमेल की सक्सेस या एक फीमेल की अचीवमेंट में उसकी फैमिली, उसके पीयर्स, एंड देन द मेल कलीग हु आर देयर विद यू इन द प्रोफेशन, ये इन सब की कोऑपरेशन, इन सब की सपोर्ट बहुत मैटर करती है. एंड द वे यू हैव एक्सप्रेस्ड योर ग्रेटिट्यूड फॉर ऑल ऑफ देम इज truly inspiring. So, going towards the certifications that we have already mentioned, and we would like to know the details. So, from securing your first role to achieving multiple international certifications, what were the most significant roadblocks that you encountered, and how did you persist despite the challenges? And what lessons actually, particularly, did you learn that actually helped you achieve those certifications and those achievements? Because they are, mashallah, number of achievements that you have mentioned, and we would really like to know the details of those.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Faiza. And with your question, I would like to take opportunity to highlight the importance of getting to know your field. पहली बात तो ये कि I started with very little designation. जो लोग टेक्निकल हैं और जो लोग जानना चाहते हैं इस फील्ड के बारे में, मैंने स्टार्ट किया था with aircraft technician role with my first airline. After completing my मेरा बैचलर्स है, then बेसिक ट्रेनिंग्स होती हैं. So basic 3 years apprenticeship program with aircraft maintenance engineering. After completion of that, uh, एक साल के experience के बाद, I was inducted in an airline, and I take really pride of calling it my parent organization, Shaheen Air International, जिसने मुझे इस काबिल बनाया कि I am sitting in front of you and talking to a lot of wonderful people right now. तो बात ये है कि I started from the scratch, or when you start from scratch, you are experiencing and observing a lot of different things and stepping up step by step. तो वहाँ पे आपकी ट्रेनिंग, how you are performing is being evaluated, and then you are granted trainings. And with a lot of people, there was nothing like कि ये लड़की है या ये लड़का है. It was like totally performance based. So obviously, Then there comes a regulatory part, administrative part, जब जहाँ पे everything is going fine, just like अभी हमारी कंट्री में या बहुत सारे ममालिक में कि कुछ regulations change हो जाते हैं, you are going normally and then you face or you see for the future betterment वो अच्छे होते हैं, लेकिन currently if you are going through some previous or normal conventional regulation और अब एक change आना है, तो those were the dead blocks or roadblocks that me along with my batch mates we have faced हमारे time में when we were just very near to get our we were very close to got our first type endorsement. We had to face this setback कि अब हमें नए regulations के मुताबिक 4 से 6 महीने दोबारा वो ट्रेनिंग कुछ करनी है. So those who are in the field they will know कि we had to undergo another OGT program and stuff like that. So this was one of the kind of heartbreaking thing, but it made us resilient. It made us persevere more or go for it because that was the time I realized that no matter what we have to achieve, and this is how your focus and clarity comes in. You should know what you have to achieve. Apart from it, एक और भी जो बात मैं हाईलाइट करना चाहूंगी, no information. Like right now it's very digital era, everything is available even with chat gpt, deepseek, if I'm allowed to use all these names. So with the global and technological advancement, everything is just one click away. I'm not talking
True.
about 20 years old era, but even then if I'll go back 7 years or 6 years, उस time पे भी everything was not available. So we had
True.
to like kind of reinvent the wheel because we are obviously taking
Mm.
all the pride saying myself a Pakistani, but sadly a lot of things in Pakistan are not that technically advanced, or sadly we are in this situation. So those were major roadblocks professionally which we had to
Okay.
face, and which we are really trying to talk to authorities, which we really tried to as well, and they knew and they understood the point, but obviously they have to follow certain protocols as well. They are
Mm.
obviously the uh, you can say flag bearer of the regulatory body, and they are just
Mm.
implementing, trying to implement the rule. So that was the first and foremost. And after that, because I was completing my masters as well, so a lot of things were like there, I felt like I don't have any social life. So somehow I was feeling burnout, but thanks God again with the support of family and my friends have been there. But yeah, so if you are going through, those who are going through some professional setbacks or roadblocks, keep going. Just take it one step at a time. Inshallah, you will be there. So those have been like some of the bad things,
Mm.
but surprisingly and wonderfully, I found wonderful organizations that were working for aviation and women in aviation. And that's how
Mm.
my focus was not divided, but more focused on. And I was introduced to this idea okay, okay, you can do multiple things, not just focus on
Mm.
one thing and cry about it and cry completing this thing. So yeah.
True, true. So, your positive and your optimistic approach, which I can really feel, really helped you, to actually face all those hindrances and all those roadblocks, which is really good. And if not just for the profession in our real life, we have positive approach and we have this, optimistic mindset, तो चीजें हो जाती हैं. Difficulties are a part of life, but जिस तरीके से आपने share किया, the way you have actually, encountered and then you navigated ways through it. This is really, tremendous. So, Miss Adeeba, from securing your you have earned multiple, international achievements, and including this AMT, which really attracts me as well, the next generation 40. So under 40. So we would like to know the detail of that as well. And you hold multiple licenses. There are multiple licenses in your profile across different authorities and navigation. So among your many accomplishments, which milestone or which achievement do you consider the most transformative? And what was that one thing which you think, okay, fine, out of all these achievements, this was the one which was actually kind of new, it broadened my horizon to something new. I'm sure there are many, and by choosing just one or talking about one will be difficult, but just one out of those.
Thank you. I really understand. You are trying to ask the aha moment. The aha moment for me,
Yeah.
or that one breaking or making point for me, was getting introduced to this wonderful organization, Women in Aviation International, which I am
Okay.
a part of, a member of, and I have got multiple scholarships from Women in Aviation International. And after sometimes got to know Association for Women in Aviation Maintenance, which I initiated domestic chapter with AWAM Pakistan chapter. So, and there was no looking back, because those organizations told me we worth more, we are here and we need to be here. Because like I said, sadly this is obviously not in control of even our countrymen as well, and those who are running our country. But we are not aware how much we are lacking as Pakistanis. We are not like we have that third grade. We are still in that unknown era, that we are still unaware how much we are missing out. So after getting my first scholarship, because Women in Aviation International say introduce me again, just I am always thankful, and I always mention this wonderful colleague and senior of mine. Okay, we were in the office after getting everything done. We were habitual of finding things on Google, and randomly he said, Adeeba, let's find something regarding women in aviation. And pop, it was like in front of it. And I chased it. I followed it. I followed up with all the things that they were doing. And tada, 1 month later, they are announcing scholarships. And darte, I was like, am I able to apply for scholarships? I saw the list, and it was like a lot of things. Yani ke if you are a fresh graduate or someone doing your graduation and working simultaneously, which is like a physical task, and you are getting like burnout, physically exhausted. So there were like a lot of requirements that you have to submit. You have to submit essay, recommendation letters, and everything. And I was like, okay, I will try and get the membership. I will start making my profile for the scholarship, and I will apply next time. If I'm done for this time, I will, because there was a bracket of 3 months. And I thought, no way I'm going to be able to do or complete everything within 3 months. And I had to submit all these things physically in hard copy to USA. I had to physically courier it all. Yeah, right now everything is online. They don't have, and people don't have to pay anything. So I still remember that these very piles of all the documents. My father came up and picked me up, and we went to. I'm basically from Karachi, so he took me to FedEx office, and we were negotiating that how this is going to be like reached there before ending time. Anyhow, knowing Women in Aviation International, applying for first scholarship, and tada, in December, I'm getting notification that I have got my first scholarship from Bombardier Aerospace, and they are one of the main industry leader for aircraft manufacturers within aviation. And ek mahine tak I was just verifying it. Okay, is it really correct, or am I
Right.
being honestly? Because again, we face a lot of different things, and I'll be very
Hmm.
honest over it. After searching by multiple mediums, and after sending the manufacturer themselves from different
Hmm.
ID, I was certain that okay, ये scholarship मुझे मिल गई है. And I was part of 3 scholarships that I was
Okay.
about to grant, but then they obviously grant you one scholarship. They don't want to waste. So they asked
Okay.
me which
Hmm.
scholarship would I like. So I opted this one. So I told that senior of mine that, look, Ali Bhai, I have got this scholarship. And he was like, same
Hmm.
reaction. Like, Adiba, is it legit? And I was like, I have done my research.
Hmm.
So anyhow, that was the making moment of my professional growth and my horizon that was broadened up. And
Hmm.
after that, I was able to attend their international conference, which usually take place during Feb and March because of
Okay.
International Women's
Hmm.
Day. They award all the scholarships during that conference. And
Right.
the moment I attended that conference, my that unknown box was
Hmm.
uh, like a disastrous thing for me. Oh, we are missing out quite a lot, and
Hmm.
I need to tell this all to my people back at home. And wahi
Hmm.
pe kare, I don't know, but I know we will be able to fulfill this vision or dream of mine. Ke wahi khade khade, I thought ke one day, inshallah, we are going to be here with all Pakistanis, or at least 5 to 10 Pakistanis, males and females, over here attending this very much conference with the hopefully के सारे scholarship winners हों. लेकिन I want to make
Hmm.
people know and realize कि how much we are missing. So उसी scholarship ने, उसी conference ने gave me this boost, or you can say gave me this confidence, and gave me this, this is the concept we call, or they call, anti-fragility. Like, if
Hmm.
you are like missing out something, you start going or doing something productive about it. So
Yes.
I started focusing on this thing, like I need to tell people what they have to do.
Hmm.
I started telling people, like, look, you can be a part of it, you can also achieve this scholarship, and it's quote unquote, this is how they call it, free money.
Hmm.
Like, you have to tell
Hmm.
your qualification, education, you have to
Right.
tell them, like, you are worth it. And obviously
Hmm.
it's not the free money, sorry for jokes aside, it's CSR.
Okay.
You know very
Okay.
well this is the CSR you are doing. So obviously there are different initiatives from the big industry leaders, and they pick out people who are worthy enough. Or again,
Hmm.
it's like international, it's multiple, and they have
Okay.
a lot of people applying for wonderful scholarships, and they say they see your education, your
Okay.
progress, your growth, your essay, how and what you are doing. Anyhow, so summing it up right now, that initiative of wonderful people in Aviation International and Association for Women in Aviation Maintenance has made me know and getting aware okay, what we are missing,
Hmm.
and would
Right.
be incorporated within in Pakistan, and we should be included कि नहीं हमें करना है.
True.
वक्त तो ये था
True.
भी नहीं कि it's
Hmm.
about in aviation, it's about
Uh,
lagging behind within in aviation this much, and we don't have any
yeah.
such activity, we don't have that
Hmm.
many and वहाँ पे
Right.
चीजें डिस्कस हो रही थी, प्रॉब्लम्स डिस्कस हो रहे थे, like you said.
Hmm.
And I was like, no way. So yeah, this has been my life changing thing, and this has changed my perspective thoroughly. जो भी मुझसे
Great.
बात करता है मैं उसको ये बोलती हूँ, this is a once in a lifetime of an observation, or at least you should visit it once. कि if you
Hmm.
want to broaden up your horizon, so आप जाएं वेकेशन के लिए, जाएं आप अपनी वेकेशंस को इंक्लूड कर लें आगे पीछे, लेकिन at
Hmm.
least experience this one. Like, you are in the field, you might be very much aware which events and activities are very important or of utmost importance for you people. So आप वो
Sure.
recommend करते होंगे. So
Hmm.
thank you for giving me time to explain it thoroughly, but it needed some time. So Miss Faiza, this is
No,
how
no.
I started.
It's such a memorable and a proud moment. I was just trying to feel the kind of excitement, accomplishment, and there's this self achievement, self realization that in that moment you actually took us back to that certain moment in which, and then the way you have narrated that whole situation where you were standing, it was all going on, and then you, there and then you connected that no, we also need to get this thing back, or the learning, the outcomes to my nation, to my hometown, to my homeland. So this is really inspiring, and such real time stories, such real achievements always comes up with a mind blowing inspiration. Because then, if at any point of time, might be a girl somewhere sitting right now listening to you, is stuck somewhere in the same field, and she's thinking, "Oh, I will not be able to pursue." When she's going to listen to this, she'll say, "Oh, okay, so I have to move forward. I have to search. I have to increase my outreach, networking, as you said, and then sky, even beyond sky is the limit." So yes, we really appreciate that, and you are doing a phenomenal job, because apart from your certifications, apart from your professional expertise, you are an entrepreneur as well, and then you're inspiring other females who pursue to wish their careers in aviation, which is really good, because it's all about inspiring those women and those girls who can actually make our nation feel pride the way you are doing it. So, Adiba, as we are already aware of that in aviation, with fewer women in this technical field, what structure or cultural changes are needed within the industry? You have already highlighted that there's a dire need of actually putting more focus from national point of view or from structural point of view. So, what is needed to create a more inclusive environment, and are there any mentor or support networks that can help our girls over here in Pakistan? You have already mentioned this organization, which is an international organization, but the organization is here in Pakistan, because in your profile I can see a couple of names. So how can aspiring female engineers, particularly for aviation, can benefit from that?
Okay, thank you so much for highlighting this, because we have been talking about all these things and we have been trying कि हमें कुछ, obviously no blame here. Every department and regulatory and authority has their roles, but what I have been feeling, again, like I have said, because of my scholarships, I was able to travel quite a lot and got to know them quite a lot. So वहाँ की regulatories are very much involved, not just about women in aviation, but women in STEM and people in STEM all together. So when you were introducing me, that was one of the reason of us introducing aviation school, because we wanted to incorporate this aviation mindset. because जब आप aviation का नाम लेते हैं तो बच्चों को, लोगों को क्या जहन में आता है? Either pilot or cabin crew. We wanted to, this has been the idea behind initiating Know Your Hero series. Apart from highlighting women achievers, but telling that these are the areas that you can look forward to within aviation industry. So सबसे पहले and foremost, I feel uh, a lot of people might disagree, but from regulatory point of view, we don't have any program or any facilitation regarding people and women in aviation who wants to join, and or there is something, or there is no regulatory framework supporting newcomers or youngsters coming in aviation, or uh, checking the balance of women in aviation. How come a country which is having half, right now more of half of its population is women, और एविएशन इंडस्ट्री में इतनी खवातीन नहीं है, या अगर वो हैं तो they are not progressed, or if they are progressed they are not retained. So these are the areas which are regulatories and from government level, ये सारी चीजें होनी चाहिए. Those initiatives should have been there, but better late than sorry. अभी भी there is still time. We have a wonderful youth ahead of us, and luckily, or you can say thankfully, we are here and we all are willing to work together. So we have our guidelines, we have roadmaps, and we have tried to talk to a lot of people. Again, we are professionals, either we get busy, then they get busy, and there are a lot of red tapes which we cannot cross, obviously. Again, why? Because from government, from administrative point of view, from regulatory, it is not obviously they are busy in a lot of different things, they might have never thought about it. So a lot of people say this is, oh, very first world problem. No, this is not a first world problem. You have to incorporate this if you want to become that first world country. So एक ये चीज है जो कि आपको women in aviation, women in leadership roles, and we have wonderful senior females and from PIA. But again, क्योंकि a lot of people have not been giving the due credit, or again, like I said, there were no programs. So the need of including or initiating these programs from regulatory is necessary, and it's high time we started checking it, that no organization is creating a subconscious unconscious bias regarding against that particular gender. We need to cross check, and again, if regulatory, or if the administration is worried about it, or if they are open towards working towards it, so they'll be looking forward to towards it. They'll be creating some regulations कि कोई भी unconscious bias na ho, because obviously this is a societal norm, and I don't want to get into those details. And
True,
but I believe people should be treated as individuals, and they should be provided equal opportunities. And
true,
those who are going to come with their wonderful reasons, so reasons are with everyone irrespective of your
mm,
gender. So
true,
these
true.
are the main
Very
things
well
that
said.
I always feel कि ये एक वो area है, irrespective whatever you do, I do, or collectively what we do. But if it
Mm,
is imposed by regulatory, or if it is pursued by regulatory administrative authorities, then this is something like you can talk to them, and you can do your or roll out your initiative. So this is one thing
mm.
that we really need to focus.
So thank you so much, Ms. Adeeba. You have shared some very strategic and intellectual approaches, which I'm sure can help the decision makers as well in the industry or in the governance. And young females like you being so aware. And at times what happens is that you're there in the profession, but you're not attached to it by passion. But when you're attached to it by passion, then people like you are coming on the surface, and it is such a blessing. Why? Because the more mentors who are in love with what they are doing we have around us or in our community, then more passionate professionals will be coming on board, and this is all what we need. So before that we wrap up, I would love to talk to you as much as I can, but obviously because of the time span, you have already took time out from your busy schedule, which we really appreciate. So I really want to wrap up the episode with this last question. That when we talk about STEM careers and STEM professions, many young girls, particularly if you talk about the rural areas of Pakistan, not just the urban, because in urban, if you talk about Karachi, Islamabad, or Lahore, so almost every other female is working, or if she wish to, she's being supported vastly. But if you talk about rural areas, there are interests. So many young girls are being discouraged to pursue STEM careers due to cultural norms or a lack of the role models that they have over there. So, what message would you share with them, and what actionable steps can educators, specifically educators, parents, or the industry leaders can take to nurture their ambitions and then break the cycle of gender disparity in aviation? As you have already said that it should be based on the skill and competence rather than the gender. So like, I just want to know the message that you have for all those girls or for the families even.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Faiza, for this wonderful question, because throughout our life, and whenever we are talking or doing something, we always stress this thing that it's time and it's high time now that we start treating people as what they are capable of, what their skill sets are. And if they say give a girl right pair of shoes and she is going to conquer the world, so if you are not equipping her with correct education, with correct mindset, or him as well, so we are not going to have scientists, initiators. That's why we cry sadly about कि हमारी youth किधर जा रही है, but are we equipping our youth a lot? सो स्टेम फील्ड्स में ना सिर्फ बच्चियों को, बच्चों को भी इनकरेज करने की बहुत ज़रूरत है, जिस तरह से आपने बात की। देयर आर वंडरफुल पीपल वर्किंग इन रूरल एरियाज, एंड जो कमिटमेंट, जो परसिवरेंस है हमारे लोगों में, दिस इज लाइक टू मच। वी आर वेरी मच केपेबल ऑफ, ऐसे ही नहीं उस शायर ने कहा है कि जरा सी नामो मट्टी तो बड़ी जरखेज है हमारी। Sorry for my mind is like working like this,
No problem. No
but
problem.
we need to channel that you can say energy, और किस तरह से, again like I said, we have a lot of wonderful initiatives going on in all those rural areas as well. I was very much involved with this project working in Balochistan, and I really wanted to take them on board, but there were a lot of things going on. But we have to address this issue again from the authorities, and they need to, like I said कि जब मैं वहाँ गई हूँ और मैंने different लोगों से बात की, a lot of regulators are working and involved with STEM careers, and uh, telling kids about STEM fields. Like there is this event as Girls in Aviation Day, which is focused on school going girls, like from 4 to 12 years of young girls, and obviously boys are also included. We are not creating any reverse bias. So ये आपको सारा एविएशन के रिलेटेड इसलिए बता रही हूँ बिकॉज देर आर स्टेम फील्ड्स, साइंस, टेक्नोलॉजी, and within our country we have wonderful people who are making science easy for students as well, and they are just broadening their horizon. तो ज़रूरत इस बात की है कि आप पहले, like being Muslim, we are treated as अल्लाह का बंदा instead of मर्द और औरत. तो it's time we start following our roots and our Islamic faith as well, कि we start treating people as what they are, what they are capable of, and highlighting what they are capable of, then polishing it and focusing or asking them for clarity. And I would like to give one credit to our rural area people that they are very resilient, they are very brave, and I have seen them like doing wonderful things and initiating wonderful things. So, bus शायद we have a communication gap, and this is what we are trying to bridge all the time. And by your question, I would like again to focus this thing towards this administrative people that please include them all, those who are responsible for their families, please allow them. There are wonderful people, and if you will not allow them, then there will not be any scientists, any initiators in our youth, and those who are supervising those young kids and young minds, please equip them. So it's a complete cycle, Miss Faiza. It's not like कि सिर्फ बच्चे को घर से परमिशन नहीं मिल रही है या बच्ची को घर से परमिशन नहीं मिल रही है. There are a lot of things कि अगर वो बच्ची किसी स्कूल में या यूनिवर्सिटी में जा रही है तो वो fully equipped नहीं है because of non availability of previous female students. It is equally everywhere. अगर वो प्रोफेशन की बात है, किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की बात है, because we didn't have that many females, we are not having this setup. So it's time to break these typical norms and start accepting people and start addressing their even minute inconveniences.
Mm.
So those who are in field would be understanding what I'm referring to. So this is like you will do 10%, I will do 20%, and somebody has to do 50%. So this is the
Mm.
collective theory, and that's how we are going to come up. And every work is a teamwork. This is what I believe. And there is no work is individual work. If we are sitting over here, it's like a team, and you have a wonderful team behind you. I have a wonderful team, which is like in terms of family, friends, and my colleagues, and all the seniors and supervisors, and again the God, obviously. तो ये सारी मिस फायदा चीजें हैं जो हम बहुत डिनाई करते हैं. We keep on pushing them, but right now it's a wonderful time when we have more than our youth as in the major population of our country, and they are busy doing nothing and on different not healthy platforms. So it's right
Mm.
time to channel that energy into constructive and productive areas, ताकि हमें भी फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड कंट्री और डेवलपिंग नेशन के बजाय डेवलप नेशन का खिताब मिल सके, इंशाल्लाह.
Mm.
तो thank you so
Inshallah.
much for giving me this much time, but this is all my heart out. So this is what I feel.
Great. Thank you so much, Ms. Adeeba. And the advice that you have shared, I really liked it when you said कि सबसे पहले हम अल्लाह का बंदा हैं. And despite this division of gender biasness, we should consider on this thing, and then based on the passion, skills, and then the will that every single person has, उसके ऊपर काम करना चाहिए. And pleasure is all ours. You have given us enough time. I know the profession from which you are बिल्कुल jam packed schedule होता है, और you took time out and you shared the entire journey. Actually, जिस तरीके से आपने वो ट्रांसफॉर्मेटिव जो एरर्स थे आपकी लाइफ के अंदर, वो जो चंक्स थे, the way you have shared it, it's something that every girl out there who is like going to be in the same field can relate to it. And these the way you have actually highlighted the positive things and the optimistic approach is something that we need such mindsets कि जिनका focus positivity पे ज्यादा है. Problems are there, they are part of life, but उनको solve करके and peers की and colleagues की and family की support लेकर हमें same culture and same society में चलना है. तो वो इन सबको disrespect show करके कभी भी नहीं हो सकता है. We have to keep that harmony intact, जिसमें our siblings, our parents, our spouse, friends सब साथ होंगे तो एक community बनेगी. And I totally agree with your narrative and approach which you have shared. And I'm sure this episode is going to be very inspiring and helpful for all those young girls who wish to pursue their career in STEM, and for the parents as well, कि आपको एक अवेयरनेस जरूर मिलेगी कि इस प्रोफेशन के अंदर जो रोड ब्लॉक्स आते हैं उनको आप कैसे सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट सर्टिफिकेशंस, आपको क्या उसमें आउटकम मिलेगा, व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हु आर सपोर्टिंग दिस इंडस्ट्री, नॉट जस्ट इन पाकिस्तान बट अब्रॉड. And there are a couple of other things that you've shared, and I'm sure कि information में तो it's always something कि the more you are going to listen, the more you will learn. So thank you so much. And Ms. Adeeba, I really like on your profile you mentioned that as being Pakistan's first female craft engineer, you mentioned I'm the first but not the last. So there are
Yes.
more to come. So I really liked it, and yes, it's always the first step. And inspiration या जो हम inspiring leaders कहते हैं, वो इसीलिए होते हैं कि एक ने कदम उठाना है तो दूसरों के लिए जैसे कहते हैं कि रास्ते हमवार हो जाते हैं. And then you set the milestones, then you set the benchmarks. So thank you, and may Allah keep on blessing you, make you keep on prospering, and you are a source of pride for the entire nation. And we wish you all the best. So thank you so much. And for all the listeners out there, especially the young girls who are particularly interested in these STEM fields, there's a lot that you can learn from Miss Adeeba. And by looking at her profile, at such a young age, she has passed different obstacles, different phases, but here she is, and she's advocating for more. opportunities, and she's not just believing in that you have to create, she's the one who created opportunities as well. So you need to have this mindset in which the problems and the solutions go hand in hand. So thank you so much. See you again with another inspiring episode.
Thank you so much, Ms. Faiza.